As we come on the air tonight, we're working for you after the music lineup for this year's Western Montana Fair sparks criticism. Dominic Vitiello tells us more.
Some locals question Missoula County's handling of performers for the Western Montana Fair. Keith Koprivica says this year's music lineup misses the mark.
First, hire local bands. Second, hire the genre of music that fits the audience.
Less than half the bands selected this year are local Missoula bands.
And even last year, 5 of the 8 bands were from out of town or out of state.
Koprivica says Missoula County taxpayer money should stay in Missoula, and the county should hire mostly Missoula musicians. Events and operations manager Billy Ayers disputes this claim that taxpayers are footing the bill for those bands. She says the fair is a revenue-neutral event.
We don't use taxpayer dollars to actually put on the fair. It is within the county fairgrounds budget, but we do things so that what is raised at the fair is used to be spent on the fair so that it doesn't impact taxpayer dollars.
Lance Harmon threw his band's hat in the ring to play the fair as early as April 2022 with hopes to play this year. Harmon says he didn't receive a clear answer about the process to get hired.
They need to be forthright in their negotiation, and all they needed to say is, here's what you have to do to apply, here's the criteria.
Harmon provided everything he thought they needed to make the cut.
So we submitted all our video, we submitted live audio, we submitted recorded audio, photographs, bio.
Harmon went on to say he understands not everyone makes the cut, but the county selection process lacks transparency, and that's the problem here. We asked Ayers about the band selection process and the criteria bands need to meet to be selected. Ayers says the county relies entirely on an independent contractor to vet bands and make recommendations to the county staff.
We submit the bands that communicate with the office to the independent contractor, and then she makes a decision, and we make a decision, and we go forward. Some bands just don't make the cut.
We spoke with Tracy Lopez, the independent contractor who scouts the talent. She says the county did not provide specific criteria to follow.
Since 2021, when they asked me to do this, there has never been a process that I know of.
Her hiring strategy is to recruit bands that have a proven track record to draw a crowd in Missoula.
I always have a very specific plan of who I want to hire and who's going to bring the energy and the performance. And so on that note, criteria, I like to see you perform. I want to see what you're going to bring to the table.
At a glance, there appears to be a pay disparity between out-of-town bands versus local artists. County commissioners discussed the music budget at a meeting on March 7th. 5 out of the 8 bands selected are non-local artists with pay ranging from $1,400 up to $9,000. 2 of the 3 local bands selected will be paid $1,000, and a local Native American hip-hop artist will receive $500. Lopez says there are many factors when it comes to pay, like travel expenses and length of the set.
Actually negotiated all of the touring bands down quite a bit. And also with the local bands, like you said, Shadow is, getting paid what looks like on paper less. He's playing a 45-minute set. And so when you're looking at other bands that are playing 2-hour sets, they're not getting paid twice as much as he is.
She says Harmon's band was considered, but she didn't receive a reply about where she could see them play live. But Tracy Lopez agrees there's room for improvement.
I would love it if it was more clear and there was an application process, and maybe that's something in the future.
Still, some locals think the money would be better spent supporting local artists.
For once that money leaves Missoula, it's gone.
Visit NBC Montana's social media pages and let us know what you think. In Missoula, Dominic Vitiello, NBC Montana.
Also, if you have a question or a problem you want to send our way, write down our email, NBCMontanaTips@sbgtv.com. We're always working for you to get the answers you need.